Alright, so this is Decent We the People News. Okay, this is going to be part 6. Alright, of Bill of Attainder. So, again, I'm not a legal scholar. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a liar. No, I'm not an attorney. Nor, or both. Alright, I never look straight forward. I always look around me to be able to protect myself by any means necessary. Now, I see my views go down on this, which I don't care. However, how can we uphold our rights if we don't know what our rights are? And how are they tricking us? All right. For instance, family court is, in fact, a bill of attainder, according to my research, and I'm not giving legal advice. That's the reason why the 4D program must have consent, because it's a contract. Okay? If it wasn't that contract in there, then it would be a bill of attainder. Okay? But the courts and judges are forcing people into this contract, which makes it unlawful and, in fact, the bill of attainder. Okay? They're misleading us on a bunch of this stuff. Traffic tickets, a bill of attainders, a bunch of laws. Okay? So do your research. Okay? I'm hearsay, and this is my research and study. So this is learning and thinking outside the box, people. I'm not an attorney. I'm not giving legal advice. But when you do things on your own without the assistance of said people, then you realize how the overall umbrella of the justice system really is in conflict of the people. But let's proceed forward, and I'll digress on that.
Use of a crime. Those due process courts are to look to the authority of the jury to judge guilt or innocence. Alright, there we go. Can't win with this thing here. I'm trying to get this chat moving here. Alright, I think I got it going. Alright, here we go. The people group was to be in charge. Government officials were to serve those in charge groups, people groups of voters and jurors, not to be served by them. Did the founders give us a thicker wall of protection than the court due process they put in place by those words in Article 1 of the Constitution? Does an imperial jury system guarantee even greater protection to the people? Yes, that guarantee is the prohibition against bills of attainder. Let's dig a little deeper here. So, do y'all follow me on this? Governments are supposed to serve those in charge group, people groups, not be served by the people groups. Alright, let's dig a little deeper here. According to this Tech Law Journal Glossary Legal Attainder. Alright, on it then, here's your definition. A bill of attainder is a legislative act that singles out an individual or group for punishment without a trial. The Bill of Attainder clause was intended as an implementation of the separation of powers, a general safeguard against legislative exercise of the judicial function, or more simply, trial by legislature. That's U.S. versus Brown, 381, whatever, 1965. Capable legal researcher John Rowland writes in his treatise, Public Safety, or Bills of Attainder. Public Safety. To establish what a Bill of Attainder really is requires some research.
Didn't really want to pause it, but that's an interesting deal right there, right? How often do we say for public safety that we're going to cite you? Well, for public safety, they created a bill of attainder, which is what? Administrative law. Administrative law and bill of attainder is the exact same thing. Again, not attorney, that's just my opinion, so do not take a legal advice.
Reflection. Thomas M. Saunders has summarized the definitions in the various sources and precedents. A bill of attainder is a law or legal device used to outlaw people, suspend their civil rights, confiscate their property, put them to death, or otherwise punish them without a trial.
Property tax.
William.
Federal tax.
Such actions were regarded as odious by the framers of the Constitution because it was the traditional role of a court judging an individual case to impose punishment. The Supreme Court, page 166. James Madison seemed to link employees of government to the concept of bills of attainder when he wrote, "Bills of attainder, ex post facto laws, and laws impairing the obligations of contracts are contrary to the first principles of the social compact and to every principle of sound legislature. The sober people of America are weary of the fluctuating policy which has directed the public councils. They have seen with regret and indignation that sudden changes and legislative interferences in cases affecting their personal rights becomes jobs in the hands of enterprising and influential speculators, ensnares the more industrious and less informed part of the community." Emphasis mine. James Madison, that's the Federalist Papers number 44, 1788. So, ex post facto laws after the fact, right? When they cite you for something, but the law comes after you did the act, those are supposed to all be contrary to the first principles of the social compact.
I'm going to add to extended on that, right? Statutes, codes, rules, and regulations don't apply to us. Why? Because they're bill of attainders. They are for the government entity to keep them at bay. It's not for the people. Your ordinances of your city does not apply to you. It applies to the business. They're misconstruing it to say it applies to you, and you tacitly agreed to it because we do not do our research, people. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and end this short one right here because we're gonna do this next one. All right, this is We the People News.